This what if is what if Naruto is taken to train with all 10 Espada and returns to Konoha 7 years later Part 1. If you enjoy this what if, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Disclaimer, I don't own Naruto nor this what if. Aizen sat in his throne watching a projection of another world. What he was witnessing intrigued him. A large mob of people was currently chasing a small blonde-headed child, no older than 6 years old. The people kept calling him a demon. In addition to the immense amount of spiritual pressure emanating from the boy, Aizen sensed something even stronger sealed away, most likely the source of the mob's catcalls. Aizen immediately called for Jin and Tausen. "What is it, Aizen-sama?" Jin asked, grinning his fox-like grin as usual. "This boy here, Naruto Uzumaki, is very powerful. I want you to bring him here so that he can be trained by the Espada," Aizen said as he looked back at the image and saw that the boy had tripped and was about to be beaten by the mob. "As you wish, Aizen-sama," Tausen said as he and Gin turned and left. Aizen now had a wide smile on his face. Somewhere in Konoha, Naruto was on the ground trying to back away from the mob. The people in the mob were wielding only knives and lights, but, unfortunately for Naruto, that was all the mob needed. "Now we will vanquish this demon from our land," the leader of the mob said as the rest of the mob cheered in approval. "I'm not a demon. Why are you doing this?" Naruto asked as the mob closed in on him. "Now we get out revenge," the leader said as he brought his knife down on the boy. Naruto closed his eyes as he prepared to meet his end. Fortunately for him, and the Shinobi world, it never came. "Shoot to kill, Shinso," an unfamiliar voice said. Naruto opened his eyes and saw that a very long sword had pierced the leader. He turned to see its wielder. It was a man with white hair, squinty eyes, and a wide smile. He was wielding the blade that had saved Naruto's life. It had been extended to a ridiculous length, allowing the sword to reach the mob leader. The white-haired man stood next to a black man with purple hair and some sort of visor on his eyes. Naruto could still see that the man's eyes had no pupils, however, giving the impression that he was blind. "What the?" Naruto stuttered as the two men walked closer to him. My, that was a close one," the white-haired man said. "Who are you and why did you save the demon?" one of the people in the mob asked as the white-haired man looked at him in confusion. "Huh, demon? If you mean this kid here, then your eyes are even worse than Tausen's and he's actually blind," said the white-haired man as the black man, Tausen, just looked at him with a scowl. "If you're here to help the demon, then you'll die with him," another member of the mob said as they charged at Naruto and the two strangers. The white-haired man quickly grabbed Naruto and leapt back while Tausen jumped into the air. "Suzumashi Nishiki, Biniako," Tausen said as he made a circle around him from the top to bottom with his sword. When he had finished his motion, multiple blades came out of nowhere and rained down on the mob. The entire mob was slaughtered in an instant. Naruto was amazed by such a technique and wished to learn more. "What do you want with me?" Naruto asked as the white-haired man gently put him down. "Let's start with introductions first. I am Jin, and this Tausen. We came from a place called Hueco Mundo and we're here to take you back with us to be trained," Jin replied as Naruto just looked at him, shocked at the news. "Train me? Why?" Naruto asked, wondering why anyone would want to train him. "Because, our master, Aizen, believes that you are strong. And now that we're closer, I can sense that you do indeed have much strength," Tausen said. He had sensed Naruto's strength the moment he laid eyes on him, so to speak. "Will I be leaving forever?" Naruto asked. While he may have disliked like the villagers, Naruto still had friends in the village. "It all depends on what Aizen-sama has planned. Will you come with us, please?" Jin asked while extending his hand, which Naruto took. Before they could depart, however, they were stopped by the arrival of the third Hokage and a few Anbu Black Ops members. "Hold it right there. Where are you taking Naruto?" the Hokage asked as his Anbu prepared to attack the two strangers. "We are taking Naruto to a place to be trained so he can stand up to the Nujabes, like these fools, in your village," And before you think that we're kidnapping him, you should know that he chose to come with us on his own accord, Jin said as the Hokage looked at him in shock. What? Naruto, is this true? The Hokage asked, to which Naruto just nodded. Don't worry, Naruto will return, just not for a while, Jin said with a smile. Very well, if Naruto is going out of his free will, then I'll allow it, just promise me, however, that he will return, Sarutobi said. He ordered the Anbu to stand down when Jin and Tosen nodded in reply. The two Shinigami then turned around and opened a garganta and walked through it, with Naruto in tow, before the portal slammed shut. Be safe, Naruto, Sarutobi thought to himself as he and his Anbu disappeared. Aizen's throne room, Las Noches, Hueco Mundo. Naruto looked in awe at the massive castle, fortress he was now inside. Jin and Tosen led him into a huge room, the throne room from what Naruto could tell, where a man was seated on a throne on the opposite side of the room. The man had a white outfit on and had brown slicked back hair. Welcome, Naruto. I am Sosuke Aizen, the one who sent Gin and Tosen to retrieve you, Aizen said as Jin and Tosen brought Naruto closer to Aizen, who decided to get up and walk to meet his newest acquisition. Naruto bowed respectfully to the man. Are you going to be the one training me? Naruto asked as Aizen smiled gently at him. No, I will have you trained by the Espada, 10 warriors who are my strongest force, Aizen said. Naruto was surprised to hear that he was going to have 10 different teachers. Naruto was startled by the opening of another huge door from which 10 figures stepped out. The first guy was big and muscular with a tan and a ponytail. The only guy wearing a helmet made bubbling noise and had a popped collar. There was man with pink hair, had glasses on, who had a thin body. The only black member was bald, had some spikes on his head. The guy next to him had a jaw on the right side of his face as well as blue hair. There was another guy whose outfit made him look like a giant spoon and who wielded a huge misshapen scythe. The palest member had green eyes, black hair, and teal-colored marks that looked like tears. The only woman in the group had blonde hair, blue eyes, and had her face covered. There was an old man who had one eye closed and was wearing some sort of crown. The final member had a lazy look in his eyes and brown hair. The guys must be the Espada. Is that them? Naruto asked as he looked back at Aizen. Yes, but training can wait until tomorrow. Why don't you go with Jin to your room, Aizen said. Naruto nodded in reply and began walking with Jin before he suddenly stopped. Hey, I have a quick question. Will I be able to go home when my training is done? Naruto asked while Aizen still smiled at him. Yes, you are free to go when your training in Las Noches is done, Aizen said as Naruto smiled and left to rest. Are you really going to let him leave? Tosen asked as Aizen turned to look at him. Yes. After we've taken the Soul Society and the real world, we will take over his world, with him as the main weapon, Aizen said to his subordinate as he sprouted a wide smile. If only he knew what happened in the future. 7 years later. Naruto sat atop a tower in Hueco Mundo staring out at the massive desert. He had on a white jacket and black shirt underneath, along with black pants and sandals. He had his Zanpakuto, which was a blade with black hilts with red wrappings around it, and a red, round, spiral-patterned tsuba, A/N. The tsube looks like the Uzumaki clan symbol. Naruto had gotten strong enough to beat Halten Espada in both their regular forms and their released forms. Since he trained with the Rankars, he had obtained a release for his Zanpakuto as well. On top of that, he also got 2 fractionas named Django and Tyron. Now, with his training complete, Naruto set his sights on a new objective. Ready or not, Konoha, here come Naruto Uzumaki, said Naruto as he left to have a final talk with Aizen. Naruto used a flash step to get to Aizen's stronghold. Naruto had gotten the abilities of a Shinigami, but didn't have a Shikai or Bankai. Thanks to Aizen, the Kyuubi had been resealed inside Naruto's blade, hence him having a release. This made his Zanpakuto more Rankar-like in how it was used. Since the tailed beast was still connected to his soul, Naruto still had the healing abilities that the Kyuubi provided. Naruto's training also resulted in him gaining several hollow abilities, though without the need for an inner hollow to use them. Naruto entered the center of Las Noshes and decided to head to his room one last time. When he got there, he saw some new clothes on his bed. A note was attached to it. "Dear Naruto, I thought you might like some new clothes considering you're leaving soon. This should be appropriate for you. Big return. Enjoy. Signed, Aizen." Naruto smiled at the note and put on the clothes. There was a shirt similar to Grimmjow's, but it had short sleeves instead of the long sleeves that the sixth Espada rolled up. The pants were white and baggy with black trim. His sandals were Espada edition sandals, and he had white forearm gauntlets on his arms that had skulls in the middle. The outfit also included a pair of spalders with a similar design. Naruto took a look at himself in the mirror after trying out his new outfit before going to Aizen's throne room. Naruto walked inside but found that Aizen was not at his throne. Rather than going out and looking for him, Naruto decided to wait for him. He was in no hurry to get back, and wanted to at least talk one last time with the Espada. Speaking of the Espada, Grimmjow had just walked into the throne room. "How are you, Grimmjow-sama?" Naruto asked as his teacher looked at him and gave his usual grin. "Bored as hell. What are you doing?" Grimmjow asked. He sat next to Naruto. "Just waiting for Aizen-sama. I need to discuss my departure with him," Naruto said as Grimmjow looked at him with a surprised expression. "Is it time already?" Grimmjow asked, to which Naruto nodded in reply. "Yay, it's been a while since I began my training. If my math is correct, it should be 7 years past in my world. I can't wait," Naruto said as he sported his trademark grin. "I like that look in your eye," Grimmjow said as he smiled. Naruto gave a small chuckle. "I'm just pumped is all. There are some people I've been dying to see," Naruto said before Grimmjow flashed a sleazy look. "Oh? You mean like a girl?" Grimmjow asked in a mocking tone. Naruto, not surprisingly, got steamed at him. "Shut up, Grimmjow-sama!" Naruto yelled as Grimmjow laughed at him. "I thought I heard some sort of commotion," another person said. Naruto immediately recognized that voice thanks to its lazy tone. "So you actually decided to wake up, Stark-sama?" Naruto said, as Stark just looked at him with his laziness still present in his eyes. "I had no choice since Lilina kept waking me up while you two started making noise over here," Stark said as he cleaned his ears. "Well, that's great way to say farewell, Stark," Grimmjow said. Stark was confused by Grimmjow's comment, but he finally understood after a minute or so. "So today's the day, huh?" Stark said in a dull tone. "Yep, time for me to head home and cause a little trouble. Though I still have to consult Aizen-sama, so I'm waiting for him to return," Naruto said. Stark nodded in reply before he sat next to Naruto. "Then wait no longer," a familiar voice said. "Naruto, Grimmjow," and Stark turned around to see that Aizen had appeared to see Naruto off. Along with Aizen remaining Espada, their fractionas, and Naruto's own 2 fractionas came to see him off. "Oh, so you were gathering the rest of the guys to see me off?" Naruto said while smiling at Aizen and the Rancor. "Yes, I thought that everyone that worked with you should be here to wish you luck. Though I'm sure that the people that fight you should pray for luck if they want to survive," Aizen said, showing his usual smile. "Got that right. Well then, I guess this is goodbye," Naruto said as he extended his hand to Aizen, who took it. "For now at least," Aizen said as he shook Naruto's hand. "Good luck, Gaki," Naruto said while grinning at Naruto. "Are we coming with you, Naruto-sama?" Tyron asked while giving a hopeful yet sad look at him. Tyron was an Rancor with long green hair who looked like a teenage girl. Her outfit was just a top with a skirt and some leggings. She had a piece of a mask in the form of a headband. Django, Naruto's other fraction, was a bit taller than Naruto. He had brown medium hair and a hollow mask in the form of a human skull over his entire face. He had an Espada outfit with long sleeves and his shirt was open. Both of them had regular katanas, but Tyron's had a pink hilt and a black-colored blade while Django's had a black hilt and a sickly pale-colored blade. Tyron and Django were the 28th and 29th numerous class rankers, respectively, though they were both at the same level of strength as Ulquiorra when he used his segunda etapa without releasing their zapaquitos. They had chosen not to become Espada out of their loyalty to Naruto. "No, you should remain here in Hueco Mundo. I will, however, call when I need your assistance," Naruto said as the Chiranker bowed. "If that's what you wish, Naruto-sama," Django said, giving a weak smile. Naruto opened up a garganta and stepped through it. He took one last glance back at his teachers before it closed completely. "Take care of yourselves, and thanks for everything," Naruto thought to himself as the Espada disappeared from sight. Main gate, Konoha. Izumo and Kitetsu were at the entrance to Konoha, bored as usual. They had been there the whole morning, taking check of everyone that had passed into, and out of, Konoha. Though they hoped it was nothing bad, Izumo and Kitetsu wished that something interesting would happen. They got their wish when a black portal opened up in the sky above them. What in the name of Kami is that?" Izumo asked as he and Kitetsu just looked at the portal with a little scared look. "I'm not sure, but it doesn't look friendly," Kitetsu said. Kitetsu was about to go get back up before it was stopped by Izumo grabbing his arm. "Wait, there's someone inside," Izumo said while pointing at a figure that appeared within the portal. "No way. That's a broken bar," Kitetsu said as he stared at the person inside the portal. The person he saw inside of the portal was none other than Naruto, who then stepped out of the portal and floated gently to the ground. Naruto walked to the gate and nodded to the two guards as they stared wide-eyed at him. "Yo," said Naruto casually as he walked into the village towards the Hokage Tower. Izumo and Kitetsu just stared with open mouths and then looked back at each other. Hokage's office, the academy, a few minutes later. The third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, was dealing with the one threat that no Kage had been able to get rid of: broken bar paperwork. The stack in front of him was huge in height as the old man tried to make it smaller with every sheet signed. The sad part was that the stack was going to be at the same level tomorrow, if it didn't go higher. As he was going through some more documents, someone knocked the on-door. "Come in," the third said as he took down another sheet to be signed. "Long time no see, old man," and voice said. This voice made the Hokage look up with wide eyes. Standing in the doorway was Naruto, smiling at one of the few people that treated him with kindness. The Sandaime had tried to have Naruto be seen as a hero, as per the Yondaime's instructions, but it fell on mostly deaf ears. The few people who did listen tried to at least adopt the poor kid, but the civilian council, in their arrogance and complete hatred of the boy, shot them all down. When the Hokage told the councils that Jin and Tosen had taken Naruto, the civilian council was happy to be rid of the so-called demon child. The Shinaba council, however, was not so cheerful. When the Sandaime assured them, in secret, that Naruto would return one day, they got a little bit happy. Unlike the civilian council, the members of the Shinaba council did not hold any real hatred towards Naruto, as they knew the Kyuubi's attack on Konoha was not Naruto's fault. Now, after 7 years, Naruto has returned, Hiruzen sensing the definite change that had occurred. "Welcome home, Naruto," Sandaime said as he gave the blonde a big hug. "Thanks, old man, though I doubt I'll get the same warm welcome from most people. How've you been? Still dealing with paperwork?" Naruto said. The third frowned in response to that comment, as he was well aware that the child was mocking him and his torment. "Unfortunately, yes, I am unable to escape this torture, until I find a successor," the Sandaime said, going back to his desk and motioning Naruto to sit. Naruto, however, waved it off. "I'm not here to talk long, I just wanted to say hi and get back to the academy. Though they can't really teach me anything there, I still need to graduate to be a ninja," Naruto said, to which the Sandaime nodded. The Sandaime then held up a finger. "Hold on a second, I almost forgot. This will let you go through the graduation process without having going through all the teachings over again, so you can graduate with your class," he said before he took out a piece of paper and wrote down a note that he then gave to Naruto. "Thanks, old man," Naruto said before taking the note and waving goodbye to the man who was like a grandfather to him before leaving. Academy classroom. A few moments later. "Don't forget that the graduation exam is tomorrow, so everyone study hard and sharpen your skills tonight," Ruka announced to the class. Everyone was excited about finally graduating, having worked hard, for the most part, to become ninja. Some of the students had decided to become ninja to gain power, some were there to achieve glory, and some were just there only because their parents forced them to go. Shikamaru cough. The opening of the door stopped the chattering amongst the students. The figure that stepped in made the guys look shocked, the girls with blushes on their faces and few with nosebleeds. As Naruto walked in, he gave a mock salute to Ruka and gave him the note from the Hokage. Ruka nodded at Naruto in understanding and motioned for him to take a seat. A certain Uchiha was looking at Naruto with a frown. The fact that this new guy walked in here like he owned the place felt like an attack on the Uchiha's pride. "Class, our new student, or returning student to be more precise, is Naruto Uzumaki. He will be participating in the graduation exam with the rest of you," Ruka said. Some of the students were shocked by this revelation while other, including a certain pink-haired girl, were very upset. "Ruka-sensei, that's not fair. Why does that blonde baka get to take the exam when he hasn't even been here for so long?" Sakura screeched. Because she had done this in Naruto's ear, he had to clean them to make sure that the pink banshee didn't cause him to lose his ability to hear. Because Naruto has been training for the past 7 years in another place. His training makes him more than qualified to take the exam, Ruka said as Sakura gave one last angry look at Naruto before she went back to her seat. "Naruto-kun, I knew it was you," Hinata Tadashi blushed at seeing Naruto in such a hot outfit. Naruto sensed her looking at him and turned around and looked at her. Hinata immediately turned her head with a neep sound. Naruto turned back around and gave a smile. As the bell rung, dismissed, the students proceeded to return home. Naruto walked away from the classroom, but stopped when he felt someone's killer intent directed at him. Naruto turned around to see Sasuke Uchiha, who was giving him an ugly look. "What do you want, Uchiha?" Naruto asked him. He was not in the mood for a fight with the Uchiha punk, as that would have been a waste of his time. "I just want you to remember your place. I'm the top student in my class, so don't you think that I'll let you pass this exam, you dead last," Sasuke said. The Uchiha was smirking. Until Naruto yawned in reply. Naruto had fought against beings with more power than anyone in this world could. Shake a stick at the Uchiha standing before him was, to Naruto, little more than a cockroach by comparison, and, as a result, not even worth taking seriously. "You finished gloating yet? I have gotta go to my apartment to make sure I've got food to eat," Naruto said as he turned around. "Don't you turn your back on me!" the Uchiha yelled as he threw a punch. Sasuke stopped his attack when Naruto disappeared. Sasuke looked around for Naruto but couldn't find him until he reappeared behind the Sasuke, his sword pressed against the Uchiha's neck. "I'm not gonna fight you today, Sasuke. I'll save that for tomorrow, just be ready to be beaten by a dead last in the meantime," Naruto said as he once again disappeared. Leaving the Uchiha enraged at this humiliation. Naruto was quite surprised to find his apartment completely untouched. He thought for sure that some of the crazy villagers would have come here to ransack the room and then burn it down, yet here it was, nothing out of place except for a little dust. He went through the fridge and found that everything had expired years ago from both on the labels and the smell of, for lack of a better comparison, death. While he could have gone to buy groceries, he decided on a different solution for the time being. He left his apartment and headed to the one restaurant he had missed since he left Konoha, Ikaraku Ramen. He walked into the stand and sat down at his usual spot. Memories of all the times he had come here to enjoy a good bowl of ramen flooded his mind as he anticipated tasting the finest ramen in all of the Shinobi world. Hello and welcome to Kira Naruto, you're back. Dad, come here and see this, Ayame said as she went outside and hugged Naruto. Her father came out from the kitchen at the mention of Naruto's name. Well, it's good to see you again, Naruto. I'll be honest, I thought I wasn't going to see you again, Taki said, as Ayame pulled away from Naruto and went back inside. You know I can't be parted from your ramen forever, Naruto said, flashing his trademark smile at them as he ordered pork ramen. When Naruto got out the chopsticks and slurped up the first bit of ramen, he let out a sigh of happiness. It was still as good as it was when he had left Konoha. It tasted a lot better when one remembers he's been deprived of this ramen for so long. In Hueco Mundo, Naruto had to eat whatever he could find, not an easy thing considering the lack of anything alive there. As for something to drink, tea was provided by Ace in a broken bar. Most of the time. After a large amount of ramen consumption, Naruto decided to head back to the apartment and rest up for tomorrow. As he lay in bed, Naruto thought of the best way to unveil his new abilities tomorrow at the academy. The thoughts of all the shocked faces brought a smile to his face. Tomorrow everyone will learn that I'm the top guy now, Naruto thought to himself before he fell now asleep. The next day, Naruto woke up and put back on his outfit before he walked out the door. As he made his way to the academy, he noticed that he was still getting ugly looks from some of the villagers. The looks didn't improve when he got to the academy. Some of the parents saw Naruto only as a monster that the Yonde merely weakened for the people of the village to finish off. The only Naruto thought that he had regarding this was how sweet it would feel when the stares would change, eventually. Not everyone stared at him with hatred in their eyes, as there were some friendly faces in the mix. Those faces were the families of Shikamaru, Choji, and Kiba, whom Naruto had spent a lot of time with before he left for Las Noches. A few minutes before the test began, Naruto made his way into the classroom and took his seat. He looked to his left and saw Sasuke, who was still seething. After what happened yesterday, I'm going to embarrass you in front of the entire academy, you loser, Sasuke thought to himself as he ignored the usual screeching from his fangirls. Sakura, one of these fangirls, decided to get on Sasuke's good side. A broken bar by pushing Naruto around. You might as well quit, Baka. Sasuke is the best and you can compete with him for all we know. Your training didn't help you at all, so why don't you just leave before you end up embarrassing yourself, Sakura said as she hit Naruto in the back of the head. Bad idea. Naruto's face was planted to his desk as a result. Even though Naruto did hit the desk pretty hard, it didn't break since Sakura didn't have that kind of strength yet. Naruto looked up from his desk, straightened his back, took a deep breath, and stood up. A few moments later, Ruka was very excited to see how his students fared in the tests. He had trained them well and silently wished the best of luck to them. He was even more excited, though, to see how powerful Naruto had become. Ruka had tried to look out for Naruto when he was still here and treated him like a brother. Ruka opened the door and stood in front of the class. Good morning, class. I just wanted to say I'm proud of all of you for making it this far, and I think that Okami. Sakura, what happened to your face? Ruka yelled as he looked over at a bruised Sakura. After Sakura had smacked Naruto, Naruto simply smirked and punched her in her face, causing her to hit the floor hard, using 1.5% of his strength. After Sakura didn't move for a while, Naruto picked her up and sat her in her desk before he proceeded to gently shake her until she regained consciousness. When Sakura came to, however, the pain of Naruto's attack hit her so fast that she would have screamed in pain if Naruto hadn't covered her mouth with his hand. After he whispered something in her ear, he removed his hand. Sakura decided to stay quiet until Ruka came in. Sakura now looked at Naruto, who looked back at her, allowing Ruka to make the connection. He decided not to say anything about it, however, as he figured Sakura probably said or did something that was stupid enough to force Naruto to respond like this. Naruto punched her in the face and she fell on the floor, a random student from the class said to the Chunin. Is that so? We'll about this after the exams, Naruto, Ruka said as Naruto gave a nod in understanding. Naruto and his fellow classmates took a series of different tests to test their skills, ranging from jutsus to use of weapons, though the jutsu that the students usually demonstrated was the clone jutsu. Naruto was allowed to demonstrate an alternative technique due to the unique circumstances surrounding his training. The final test would the combat skills portion. The students would spar with each other to show their fighting skills. In the first match, Choji fought Kiba, if you can call sitting on Kiba for the entire match fighting. The next match was between Sakura and Shikamaru, but the match was called a draw after a while due to Sakura's face being sore as well Shikamaru's laziness. In the next match, Hinata defeated Ino with her clan's gentle fist attacks. After the match ended, Hinata looked over at Naruto to see if he watched her. Naruto looked back at her and gave her a smile and nod, causing Hinata to blush on the outside and to jump up and down in merriment. After a few other fights, Sasuke and Naruto's little spar, if you wanted to call it that, was next. Almost all of the girls were, not surprisingly, cheering for Sasuke, with Hinata the only exception. Naruto walked out into the little grass area where the spar would take place before the match began. Naruto unsheathed his Zanpakuto and stuck it in the ground, which, to those who knew him in Las Notches, meant that he would fight the opponent in question but still saw him, her as a waste of his time. I'm gonna crush you, loser, and prove that you are what we all know you are. Sir Broken Bar dead last, Sasuke said as got screams of approval from the fangirls and a raised eyebrow from Naruto. Is that so? Well then, why don't I make your victory a little bit easier, I'll great Takaya, Naruto mockingly said, to which Sasuke responded by looking at him with a frown. And how do you plan to do that? Sasuke asked as Naruto held up one arm and put it behind his back. I will give you an advantage. One-handed Broken Bar. No, one finger is all I will use for this spar. Sound good to you? Naruto said, smirking, while the Uchiha just frowned. Naruto closed his free hand into a fist, save for his index finger. Do what you want, you'll still lose no matter what, Sasuke said as readying himself for a fight. Ready? Begin. Ruka said. Sasuke made the first move when he charged at Naruto. Sasuke threw a right hook but was dodged by Naruto, who sidestepped the punch. Sasuke then tried a body kick, which Naruto easily evaded. Sasuke kept using attack after attack, but nothing connected. Then, Sasuke nailed Naruto in the chin with an uppercut. Everyone held their breath, thinking the Uchiha had finally won the fight. Chuckling broke the silence, which then turned into all-out laughter. It was coming from Naruto, which enraged Sasuke. Are you serious? That's it? I gotta say, I knew you were weak, but this is pathetic, Naruto said as he looked at the Uchiha. Why you, Sasuke said before Naruto placed his finger on Sasuke's chest. Before Sasuke could react, Naruto used his finger to push Sasuke back. Naruto had applied enough force to send Sasuke flying back to the academy building. When Sasuke landed on the wall of the building, the amount of force Naruto had used caused Sasuke to go right through the wall, leaving a noticeable hole. The fangirls immediately crowded an unconscious Uchiha while Naruto picked up his sword, sheathed it and walked away with a wide smile. As he was about to go back inside to receive his headband, Ruka stopped him. Naruto, I'm sure Sakura did something or said something stupid, but please have better control over your attacks from now on. That goes for this little display as well, Ruka said as he got a nod from Naruto. Don't worry, that was just so she knew not to hit me again. As for Sasuke, I actually held back a Broken Bar a lot, Naruto said with a grin as he walked back to the academy. Despite the angry looks from some of the villagers, Naruto was more than satisfied with becoming a full-fledged shinobi of Konoha. Naruto was on his way home when he saw Hinata walking home with her father Hayashi. Hey Hinata, congratulations on becoming a shinobi, Naruto said. He chuckled in the back of the mind as he saw Hinata blush. Yuma broken bar thank you, Naruto-kun, Hinata said while her father, Hayashi, just smiled at the two. Congratulations to you too. I hope that you and my daughter will do great things for Konoha, said Hayashi, as Naruto nodded at him. We will. I've gotta go now, so I'll see you around, Hinata, said Naruto, walking away as Hinata waved goodbye. Hayashi simply looked at the young Naruto. I don't know what you did for her, but I thank you for it. Though she still has a long way to go, you helped her gain some confidence in herself, Hayashi thought to himself before. He and Hinata continued to walk home. Naruto made his way back to his apartment and found a note pinned to the door when he arrived. Naruto, I want to congratulate you on becoming a shinobi. I have something I wanted to talk to you about. Think of it as a reward for becoming a shinobi. Meet me at the Hokage Tower after reading this note. Signed, the third Hokage. Naruto then used a flash step to get to the Hokage Tower. Sarutobi was waiting for him at the top of the tower, smoking his usual pipe. He nearly dropped his pipe in shock when Naruto appeared, seemingly out of nowhere. You got here fast. How do you do that? Sarutobi asked, surprised by how fast the boy could move. It's a technique called a flash step. It's one of the things I learned at Las Noshes. Anyways, what did you want to talk to me about? Naruto asked as he folded his arms. Naruto, have you ever wondered about who your parents might be? Asked Sarutobi, getting a raised eyebrow from Naruto. Sometimes. I always thought that my parents died during the Kyuubi's attack. After I earned the Kyuubi's trust, I tried asking him about my parents to see if he knew, but he's been very reluctant to tell me, Naruto said while taking note of the fact that Sarutobi's eyes widened in shock. How did you find out about the Kyuubi? Sarutobi asked as he had made it clear that it was forbidden to mention the Kyuubi's presence within Naruto to the boy. Aizen, the man who helped train me, told me, Naruto calmly, to which Hiruzen did a facepalm. He had forgotten that he had not mentioned this rule to the two men who had taken Naruto with them 7 years ago. I see a broken bar. Well, your parents did die during the Kyuubi attack, but your father is the one who sealed the Kyuubi in you, to protect the village, Sarutobi said as he saw that Naruto was looking at him as if he had two heads. That's impossible. That would mean that my dad is, Naruto said before Sarutobi finished the sentence for him. The Yondaime Hokage, Minato Namikaze, Sarutobi said. Naruto's face was suddenly with feelings of shock, then happiness, and then anger, which Sarutobi had expected a broken bar to an extent. My own father, a broken bar sealed the Kyuubi inside me, Naruto said as he clenched his fists. I thought you might react that way, but you have to understand that he had faith that you would one day be able to control it, which you have. And I can promise you that your father truly did care about and would not have done it if he didn't have a good reason to, Sarutobi said. He placed his hand on Naruto's shoulder. This revelation helped calm Naruto. Calm down. That makes sense, and I guess being the son of the Yondaime makes up for it, Naruto said. Sarutobi smiled at seeing how much Naruto had matured since he left. I have something I want to show you. Follow me, Sarutobi said before leading Naruto out of the Hokage Tower. He led him to the Namikaze estate, which was located about a half a mile outside of Konoha. The place was, needless to say, enormous, as it was twice as big as the Hyuga estate. Naruto saw that the place was surrounded by a barrier, with a blood seal on the front door keeping it intact. Go ahead, release the seal, Sarutobi said, to which Naruto looked at him with a raised eyebrow. Naruto placed his hand on the seal, which quickly deactivated the barrier. Naruto was a little bit shocked that it worked. So is this place mine now? Naruto asked, to which Sarutobi nodded. Yes, but let's not move in yet. It's best for us to make sure that everyone knows you're the son of the fourth before getting comfortable in your birthright, Sarutobi explained. Naruto nodded in agreement. That sounds fair to me. Thanks for showing me this, old man, Naruto said as he hugged the old gauge. I knew you were strong enough to know the truth now, Sarutobi said as he broke off the hug and walked back to the tower. I hope you're watching me, Dad, because your son is about to become the greatest shinobi of all time, Naruto as he looked one last time at the estate before reactivating the barrier.